Hello and welcome to Season 4 of The Journey with Kirsty and Simon, a journey that really has only just begun. It's a podcast that gives us the opportunity to bump our gums and talk about our life and how we go about running our mountain B&B, always in our own fun, unique and irreverent way. Thank you for joining us and welcome on board.
I've been up for hours.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 19. That's me, Kirsty Best, and that's him. Simon Best, me full of allergies.
Suffering,
I've never
aren't
had it
you?
this bad for as long. I want to scratch the inside of my eyes out.
Is that how it feels?
Yeah, it's awful.
I don't know.
Don't manifest it on yourself, lover.
No, I'm not. That's why I stopped saying it.
Yeah. Hypo. Chondriac. You'll have it tomorrow. I bet you'll have it tomorrow. You'll be like, oh. Yeah, sorry, sniffing a lot.
I've got to be honest, Kirst, I can feel it coming on a bit now.
You do that. You just don't want to be left out, do you, at any point?
My eye, it's all itchy.
I bet you by the end of this, see?
Nah.
Life attracts like, thought becomes things. Same thing.
I am incredibly healthy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I am.
You look it.
Thanks. Don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Take it whatever way you want. Just saying.
What episode
It's
is
got
this?
nothing to do with being healthy, allergies or not. You're just unlucky to get them. I've never had them till I moved up here.
We can't
In
be
fact,
honest.
it's probably one of the...
I'm
Probably
wondering
maybe
what it
one of
is.
the only negatives I can even think of living up here. For me personally.
It could be something that's here that we haven't had anywhere in the past.
Maybe. What's
Like-
here that we've never had? Mountains,
Space, fresh air,
fresh air, no humidity, no mosquitoes,
almond blossom.
almond blossom, cherry tree,
Because it can't be olives. We've
fig tree.
had olives
a
before.
fig tree. Can't be olives.
We've
What
never
else
had,
have we got
We've
here
never
that
had
we
a
never
cherry. We've not had a cherry tree before, have we?
Had a cherry tree.
Wasn't Mary Poppins from Cherry Tree Avenue? No, that was the Banks
Like
lived
the
in Cherry
husband.
Tree Avenue.
Maybe I'm allergic to husbands. Maybe that brings on.
It
Itchy
did.
eyes.
It only came on.
Well, I've had a
last
husband before, but never got itchy eyes. A lot of other things, but not itchy eyes. Anyway, moving on. God almighty.
Kirsty.
We're going to record 3 podcasts, aren't we? Because we've been super busy. Brilliant problem, that is. I love good problems. And so we always talk about this. We're going to get behind very quickly unless we pull our finger out. So we're going to have a go at doing 3.
Yes. Not one after the other.
No, because
But-
in between, and we'll let you know what Simon does, my assistant does in between and what I do, because obviously my assistant thinks I do nothing. But I'll let you know what I do and what Simon does. You're cementing the drive after this,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I don't think you do nothing.
No, I know that.
I think
it's just when you put
I'm
on your man hat,
a long way from.
it's one of them. I've discussed this with fellow ladies. It's one of them. What have you been doing? Or you just assume, you forget. The cogs get moving by the person that's the wind beneath your wings. Just saying.
You are definitely that as well.
I hate this table.
There is
Just saying
nothing
as well.
I disagree with.
For those of you that aren't watching on YouTube, this is it's the ugliest table in
You
the world.
don't
It
hate-
literally makes my eyes hurt.
You don't hate the table, you hate the top of it, don't you?
Yeah.
What's on it, the
Yeah,
cover.
it is a lot.
It's a lot going on. There's a lot of coffee.
Just looks a mess because of the pattern.
It does. That's exactly right. In fact, we'd be better off throwing coffee beans all over it. Because at least then it would be a
Who
mess.
thought, let's take a picture of coffee beans and write the word coffee and then make it into sticky back plastic to put on a table? It's rank.
It's dark brown, isn't it? That's why.
Anyway. Maybe some people like that. Maybe some people are looking at their table right now thinking, hang on a minute, if you like it, it's fine.
What language is coffee with only one E?
Cough. It's a cough. A cough and a cough. Oh, yeah, they've spelt coffee wrong. Not only have they thrown coffee beans on the table, they've spelt it wrong.
Well, no, but it might be another language. I don't know. It could be, I don't
Coffee
know.
with an E, another language?
With a single E. There you go. Coffee with a single E.
Coffee with a...
Two Fs.
Koffe. C-O, not K. C. Oh, God. Oh, this has spiralled quickly.
Coffee.
Coffee. Anyway, How many more times can we say coffee and have nothing behind it? And we're like, right.
This episode of the Kirsty and Simon journey is brought to you by coffee.
Coffee with an E.
Coffee with a single E.
With it, it's coffee E-less. An E-less coffee. And we're off. Oh, my nose is running. What's occurring? It's not good enough. We had a lovely day yesterday, didn't we?
Do you know what? We had a splendid day yesterday.
Do you know what? I've got to say it on here as well, because I'm very proud mama. Congratulate our Meg and Adri on here as well, because we've done it on all our socials, haven't we? What? Apart from my own Facebook, so don't use Face8, don't use that anymore. Don't actually. You're not gonna put. You're not. No, I don't wish them a happy birthday on there. I just don't use it anymore.
No, we don't. To be honest, neither of us do.
Don't use our private Facebook.
I don't use yours either.
Do you not? Thank God for that. Thank God for that. God forbid. No, we just don't use them anymore. We've got too much out there as it is. We don't need to personally tell our friends what we're up to and what we have for dinner.
No, but anyway, congratulations to Meg and Adrian.
Yeah, oh my God, they've got
on
to
their
get married.
Engagement.
It's one of them, innit? One of your kids get married, it's another milestone. It's like driving lessons and driving test. It's one of them biggies. I thought of that this morning.
Bailing them out of the nick.
It's the getting engaged. It's great. Just got to ignore it, because if you're going to make a joke about that on every podcast, it's going to end badly. I'm
saying it's a milestone, isn't it? In your children's, first day of school.
And just for the record, I've not bailed any of them out. Ever.
No, you refuse to, which is good.
There was no bail set.
Can I take this opportunity to ask what the current scores are regarding our food challenge?
You are so predictable, it is not even funny. Now, again, I was talking to someone about this week, who actually asked me the scores. So I told them the scores, and they went, oh, I bet Simon won't now mind then. He won't be putting the scores back. He won't be accusing you of cheating. He won't be like a Man United player and doing all the excuses apart from the game is fair while you're losing.
What's the scores then?
Don't know, actually.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Don't you?
No.
Who's winning?
You.
What's the score?
Why are you winning? Why are you winning, lover?
What is the score from the 1st of April, which is the date the competition should actually have started?
Irrelevant. I don't know how many times I've got
that.
to say this, but we never started the competition on the 1st of April.
But you got to look back, listen back to the podcast.
Care.
That's when we said we were going to start.
I'm not saying it again. The competition started when it started, and I think it's... Do you know what? I don't bloody know the score.
You asked me, why am I winning?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why am I winning?
Because I keep recommending your food. And that's going to stop and all.
Is it going to affect our business now, this competition?
Yep.
Don't have the malutha or the pork. Just have a chicken leg.
Yeah. Or burger. Don't have any of that stuff. Rubbish. Literally did the other night. And I felt the way. You know how we say... We've got a thing with guests. We've got to worry about ourselves with guests. And we start saying something, and it's that too much information, you start talking, and then when you realise you've literally got verbal diarrhoea, you then go on for another 3 or 4 minutes to try and get yourself out of what you're saying. And we do it too much. We know we do it too much. And that's what happens with the menu. Instead of just going, pick what you want, I think... And it's back to the spirituality. It's back to, in my head, it's going, don't recommend the fish, don't recommend the fish. You know they like the fish, don't recommend the fish. And that's going on in my head, and I'm thinking, get out my head, get my head. If you want something really light to eat, the fish is lovely. And it's out there before I've said it. And it's just such a poxy thing.
It is interesting. Let's do a bit of role play, because guests often ask this.
I've done that for a little while.
You are.
You get all embarrassed with that.
Said the
just for the record.
To the bishop, blah, blah, blah,
never
blah,
done
blah.
that
either. Have you never been at corporate events?
Oh, I wondered what you was going to ask me then. Yeah. Have you never been a policeman?
Yeah. Yes.
What did you say? Have you never been at corporate events?
Yeah, like when.
What do you do at corporate events?
When you're training to do something, they always.
Oh yeah, we've done that. Jet 2 holidays. I love that. Bit of an actress. I was great at that.
I hated that when I was younger.
Yeah,
doing my sales
I
training.
was the angry passenger on the airline. I was the awkward guest.
Well, you're going to be Kirsty, and I'm going to be the guest. And I'm like, I'd like evening meal for tonight.
Simon.
If you like. Much more fun.
Okay, you're going to be the guest. Where are you from?
We don't need to go that in depth.
Yeah,
really.
you do.
We really don't.
I can tell you've not
No,
been
because
on
I'll
stage.
start doing dodgy accents and stuff, all right?
Yeah?
All right.
Where are you from?
Wales.
Where? Right, and I'm Simon.
If you like. Yeah.
Right, okay.
I tell you what.
I like this game.
I've had a lovely look at the menu. It looks absolutely wonderful. It really does. But could you recommend anything off the menu?
Well, during lockdown, I never used to be able to cook, but now I can cook. And I don't want to blow my own trumpet or anything like that, but you can let me know after you've finished your meal. I promise I'll only ask you maybe once or twice during your meal what you thought of it. But other than that, my sauces are very, very special because I made them myself. Did I mention that I made them myself? And I learned how to do it in lockdown. I learned how to cook.
I never say that when someone asks me what I would recommend.
You bloody... Not when you recommend, but while they're eating their dinner you do. Poor sods. Can't get through it without giving you at least 3 compliments.
I can't help it if they turn around and say, where did you learn to cook? Because it's the most amazing food I've ever tasted in my entire life ever.
Right, you be me. Okay? I can't do accents though.
Don't worry.
Okay.
You can be... I know.
I'll
you
be
can
from your neck of the woods. I'll be from Essex.
You can be from South London. Hello, Kirsty from South London.
Hi, I've had a cracking day out.
Have you?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want something really, really nice to eat. You know, like if I went round my mum's and I just wanted just a bit of tea. Just, you know, I like food. I like...
Where did you go today?
Fancy food. I went to Coletta to the beach today.
Fantastic. Did you reserve your place tonight this morning? Because if you're asking for food now, I'm sorry, the kitchen's not open. But let's go back a step and say that you did reserve.
Yeah, I reserved this morning, but you said I could let you know now what to order. So what would you recommend?
But we never said that, did we?
No. Okay.
Have you had a nice day out yesterday?
Start again.
Okay.
Start again.
Hi,
Right.
Kirsty from South London.
Right, I've just finished my breakfast.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was lovely. Can you just say to Kirsty that I love the way she laid up the breakfast table?
I know, she does an amazing job.
Thanks.
The food wouldn't taste anywhere near as nice if it wasn't for the amazing way she lays up the table.
Anyway.
It's not so much, it's the whole atmosphere, isn't it? Sat out there looking out over the view with a beautifully laid breakfast table.
Are you being Kirsty or Simon now talking? I'm confused.
I'm just...
Because I'd never say that either.
I'm just giving some ambience.
Although what I do say, and that's verbal diarrhea
Should we
again.
set the scene? Yeah, go on.
I literally lay the table, go out, and they get the cornflakes or maybe the fresh fruit or yogurt or whatever, and they go out, and then it's timing it right, isn't it? When's too soon to go out and ask whether you want poached eggs or whatever?
Yes.
Or, so do you want to eat your first course or do you wait till they come in? See, sometimes I go out there and go, so new people, so it's a cold buffet, you help yourself to anything that you want, obviously, filter coffee's on over there, and if you want anything cooked to look at the menu, let us know. But then, if they don't come in and let us know, does that mean they don't want any eggs or they're waiting for me to go out and find out?
I think you can go out, but do you know what? Over the last few days, if anyone's asked me...
Yeah.
Because
they've come in, Spanish come in.
Yeah, but normally, of course, you take the order, don't you? But because they came in, I say, no problem, we'll get that done for you. It'll be about 10 minutes. So then they can have whatever they want, because it is always 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So just give an idea of time. Anyway, back to the role play.
Why do I have to give an idea of time? Because you can only cook one poached egg at a time.
No.
I don't know.
What did you just...
Because there's some things. Well, there's a lot of things.
Can we go back to the role play,
about
please?
you? But the fact that you can only do one poached egg at a time is up there with the best of them.
I don't want to do more than
Just
one
saying
poached
that.
egg at a time.
It's because you're a man and you can't do more than one thing
Of
at a
course
time.
I can, but I like to get the poached eggs right, which for some reason
Don't
I've lost
order 2 poached eggs if you come here. You'd be waiting 20 minutes.
Hey, if you're one person and you order 2 poached eggs, Kirsty will have a right pop at you ordering 2 poached eggs. It's 1 poached egg on the menu.
Right, where were we?
Anyway, you've just had your breakfast, sat down at a beautifully laid table outside in the sunshine, looking out over that stunning view.
Yeah.
And you've said, we're going out for the day, but we'd really like to eat here tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
Hang on, who am I?
You are the guest.
I'm the guest.
You're Kirsty from South London.
I'm Kirsty from South London. Oh, I got the same name. You're Kirsty, aren't you?
Am I?
So I go, Kirsty, can I have dinner here tonight?
It's a small world, isn't it? I'm from South London as well. I used to go out in a Croydon a lot, partying. You say that all the time.
Oh, no. Then guest said to me, we were talking about the nightclub. I'm going to have to message her. She's on the private group.
There you go.
She's on the chit-chat group. I've got to let her know. It's cool, because we was talking about...
Have you remembered?
Yeah. I remembered in the morning, and then I forgot to tell her. But we was talking about Croydon. If anyone knows Croydon, there's a market, Surrey Street Market. Oh, if it's still there. That's a place I would go, actually. Surrey Street Markets, we used to get there, go on the bus on a Saturday and go to Surrey Street Market.
Nice.
And at the end of Surrey Street Market was a nightclub.
Right.
Obviously, you didn't do that on a Saturday morning, because that's a Saturday day thing.
Can I guess
Friday
its
night
name?
thing, yes.
And you
I used to go there for good dancing.
Was it called Wazoo?
No, it's called Easy Street.
I would have got that.
It's called Easy Street.
There you go, Easy Street.
So now, I literally, Brenda, I'm, if you're listening to that, I don't know if she does listen to this.
No.
I'm going to, I've got to let you know, it's called Easy Street. Was it her I was talking to about that, actually, though? I don't think it was her. There's a lot of people that come here that come from the same neck of the woods as me. You know, when you start talking, you're one person away on the coast from knowing anyone, and then when you get chatting, you're like, you're from where? You're from where? More people come from where I live than from where you live.
I can't actually remember.
More tractors come from where you live.
Right, anyway.
Yeah, go on.
You're sat there, beautifully laid table, great
Yeah.
view.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going out for the day, but you'd like to eat here tonight.
Yeah, I'd just like a bit of tea when I come back tonight. I don't want anything fancy or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you recommend?
So, to be honest with you, you could choose anything on the menu because it's all amazing.
Thanks. But what would you recommend?
Well, you want a bit of tea, don't you? So what would you consider a bit of tea?
Well, if I was in Spain and I was going out, are we still acting? Are we normal?
If you want.
I think this is probably why we don't do role play. We literally never get anywhere. Be like tantric. Go for hours.
You're still meant to be the guest and you're now talking about tantric sex. Come on. This is not a conversation I was expecting.
Right,
From a guest eating their breakfast
Where
on a
was I?
beautifully laid table looking out over the view.
yeah, just about to go out for the day to Granada, wasn't I?
You I don't know.
I think so.
I think you went to Calais yesterday. And then you tried to have an evening meal, but it was Sunday and the kitchen's not open.
Right, okay then. So, yeah, what
So
I'm
you
gonna
just
have
want a
then-
bit of tea. Well, what would you consider a bit of tea looking at our menu?
Well, I'm going to go out today and I'm going to have some tapas.
Okay, very
and,
nice.
like, you know, I just want to just graze my way around Granada. So I'm not going to want too much to eat.
Are you a cow? You're just going to graze your way around Granada?
Your face. You know what I mean by that? We've done that together.
I just imagine you. I have never been around Granada on my hands and knees eating things off the pavement. I have never done that.
I literally was going to say, we've gone out crazy together.
Yeah.
You know, you've lived if you go out crazy.
That brings a whole new meaning to hugging a cow, doesn't it? Now
yeah, we're both cows.
Now you've gone out grazing. Right,
Moved
anyway.
on. See, diarrhea.
Right, so you're going to go out. You're going to go out grazing today in Granada, right?
I'm going to go out grazing in Granada.
So you just want to come back and have a bit of tea.
What's your favourite tapas, bestie?
Berejenos con miel, yeah.
Yes, I've got to write that down. That's going in the recipe book.
Yeah.
We were talking about that the other day. That is, for anybody that doesn't know, don't want to tell people that do know how to suck eggs, even though they're not eggs, they're aubergines. They're aubergines with...
Is that what you're doing in Granada, sucking eggs as well, while you're grazing?
That sounds like a fabulous day. Going out to suck eggs and graze around Granada. I haven't been to Granada for ages. If anyone's thinking of coming here and going to Granada, which many people do, book the Alhambra way in advance. No one's getting tickets now. And I think we're on our third or fourth guest that
And the
have been here.
Caminito.
and the Caminito, definitely.
You can't just arrive and then book.
Yeah, and it happens a lot, to the point that I'm kind of, should we actually put it on our website or advertising? But you can't, can you? It's like going, don't forget your passport. So don't. This is the perfect location. It's an hour away from Granada. And, you know, it's a great location to go and see all the many things in the area. But book before, don't
So
commit.
we just need to go back a little bit because you were saying about berenjenas. You need to write that down because we're going to put it in the recipe book.
That's right. And it's aubergines, deep fried aubergines with honey. It's
With
nice.
like a cane syrup.
I think I might have to have that today now. Can we go out somewhere and have that today?
Right. Anyway, just
Is that
going
a
back,
yes?
going back to our role play.
I'll take it as a yes.
So you just want a bit of tea because you're going out to graze and suck eggs around Granada,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Probably a bit too much information guessed, but thanks very much, Kirsty
That's
from
okay.
South London. So, well, what would you consider a bit of tea?
Well, I've asked you for recommendations, Kirsty.
But I don't know what your bit of tea is. Is your bit of tea a really well cooked, fancy breaded fish, or
no,
maybe
because I come from downstairs, not upstairs,
or
like
maybe
my
a
husband.
pork marinated in a beautiful peri sauce?
Yeah, it's
or-
kind of the kind of thing my husband would have, but I'm on holiday without him at the
or,
minute.
or
I'm
do
in a
you
bit
want
of respite.
Do you want like? Are you allergic to him? That's funny because I am. I'm allergic to my husband as well. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get allergies. Although I've got allergies now.
Have
so
you?
He must be lurking around somewhere. He's grazing over there.
You're probably just allergic to my husband as well.
Yeah, I've just put him out to graze for half hour.
So, or would you consider a bit of tea like me? I don't know, a chicken leg and chips with some homemade coleslaw, or maybe a homemade, beautifully constructed burger with bacon and cheese on the top.
Is all burgers beautifully constructed?
No.
Or only the ones your husband makes?
Only these ones.
Okay, beautifully constructed. Okay. I don't even know my answer. Or what I would say, Kirsty, is I've listened to the podcast, so I'll have 6 burger and chips, please. That's what I'd say. Definitely. I wonder what Spanish people eat at weddings.
Probably just graze, suck eggs.
No. I wonder if they eat a lot, if they have a meal. We've got a fascinating 2-cultured wedding.
Yeah, we have.
It's going to be great, because I don't know, although Meg's going to a Spanish wedding in a couple of weeks,
Yeah,
so
I am fascinated.
I've never been to a Spanish wedding. I would love to go to a Spanish wedding. I'd just like to go to a wedding, really. We've never been to a wedding. It's a good day out, that, isn't it? Expensive, though. Expensive day out.
Well, it's expensive if you're invited and then asked to pay for the meal.
This is true. Yeah, but some people do it different ways. You can't judge, and you've just got to work it out if you can go or not. But yeah, it will be interesting because hopefully, well, she's got to speak to the man of the house, obviously. But me and Meg have planned the whole thing from start to finish. But boring. She's got to speak to her husband to be about it now, see what he wants.
It's very important that their day is about for them and not for anyone else.
Don't say that with your patronising voice. I know that. That is like Chinese for Kirsty, keep your nose out, and it's not about yours or Megan's day.
It's not.
Quite frankly, we've had this plan since she's been about 1.5 years. Just saying.
You can guide her, can't you, on her way, making sure that she doesn't make silly mistakes.
Do you know I've done the best thing ever?
What?
Let me and Megan plan our
You
wedding.
are blocked, didn't you? You just went together
I'm just getting more blocked up as it goes on.
by letting Megan plan yours.
Yeah, she wants exactly the same. A few changes. You've got to build a bridge over the pool because her dress is going to be different. And what other changes? Well, we've got to interact and accommodate Spanish. They might not like canapes, horse de herbes.
Well, they will if it's berenjenas and miel.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Not getting the chip pan out on a wedding day. Nope.
Oh, can't do that.
Nope. Stinky house. I won't
Do you
get
think-
it out normally. I hate it.
Do you think they like prawn vol au vent?
Prawn vol au vents. No, we'll have them prawn toasts.
Yes.
That we had New Year's Eve. We've done it at Spanish New Year. They were lovely.
And
we
we'll
should do them anyway.
And we'll do some solomillo. And that's nice.
In fact, what it should be is you and is it Monchi?
Yeah.
His name Munchie.
We shouldn't be catering though, Kurt.
No, we shouldn't. I'm not. You are. You are the night before. Girls' night the night before. That was funny, that was. Meg, you're just got to be chefing it. You could be chefing it up to your eyes' content.
To my eyes' content? Is it
Yeah.
not chefing it up to your heart's content?
Oh, yeah.
What the hell have eyes got to do with it?
To your eyes' content.
You got eyes on the brain, you have.
I have, because my eyes are feeling like they're bloody coming out.
That's mad, that.
All right,
Anyway,
then.
what are we talking about this week?
Oh, God. That was a good game. We're going to play... Actually, we are going to play that game again, because we're going to film a check-in, aren't we?
We are.
So you've got
We're
to
not
be...
gonna- we're not
you
gonna-
can be yourself in this role.
We're not going to film guests checking in.
No, but the camera's going to be
The camera's
guest.
going to be the guest.
Yeah.
Going to be, point of view.
Camera's going to be the guest. I'm going to tour you around. So we're both going to do it.
Yes.
And then you're going to mash it together, aren't you?
Yes.
Should be a bit of fun. I thought that's a good advert for the socials. Yeah, that's what we do. That's a good one. We're going to do that Wednesday. All right?
Yes. When the house is ready.
We haven't spoken anything about the house or anything. This has been a bad one.
Well, we did talk about... well, we're not done yet. We've got another 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
We did talk about being busy.
We are busy. We are very busy, and we've had a lot. We've had a lot of not time off. What's the opposite of that? No time off. We've had no time off.
We've had a lot. I know, Derek. We've had a lot. We've had a lot of not time.
A lot
off.
of not time off. What I will say for those, we've got our desert lane and sleep over there. We've got a very calm desert. We're down to. I'm not going to go into it. Our Bailey crossed the Rainbow Bridge, didn't she? So
Yeah.
we've just got our desert now. And you know, because on here, why I brought that up is we used to go, Derek, shut up, that dog. He's hardly barking. So we thought it was because he was grieving. He's not. We actually now think it's because Bailey's anxiety was
She was so on edge all the time.
Her being on edge like a butterfly farting and having to bark, Derek would bark at.
Yeah.
And now he just...
He'd be basically trying to look after her. Stay away from
Yeah.
Bailey, stay away from Bailey. And now he's just chilled.
He's so chilled.
He is so chilled.
But like to the point, this morning, you thought you'd have a sit test him to see how long he'd go. Bailey would be anything from 6:30. You'd have to get up with her so guests weren't disturbed or anything. Although I have to say, she gave us the biggest parting gift in the world. Is the noise was, to say it was a cacophony, it was ridiculous. And we were full house, none of the guests heard anything.
No, I know. But what was good is I was almost
So-
starting to get concerned if Derek was just too laid back, but then a car stopped on the road last night
Yeah,
about
that
2
was
a.m.
good.
and he barked and he was like, who are you, what are you doing?
Yeah, he done his job, didn't
Yeah,
he? He
so
was very good.
that was good. And
I
then
think
it went...
he's just very super intelligent, actually. He knows the cars, he knows our car.
Hold on, so Derek's gone from being our special boy with issues
Yeah.
to now being the most intelligent dog in the world.
Yeah. But that's the same as you. You're my special boy with issues, but you're very intelligent.
You know I don't consider intelligence is a perception.
Yeah. But you are. You're the one to go through for any scientific... Although, God, I'm glad I put that in my vows yesterday. Sat on the beach, having a lovely day. We had champagne and Jamie come out, which all of my chidlers will do, which I do love about that, although he said a lovely thing, didn't he?
He did say a lovely thing.
He did say a lovely thing. And they will ask you any questions about anything. See, we just rely on you for everything, which...
Yeah, which is
don't
brilliant
like.
because I can wind Jamie up with stuff.
So he asked you about hurricanes, didn't he? No, he didn't.
Tornadoes.
How do they touch? Why do they touch the floor? But I don't know what you said because that's I got up. It was just like, no, because I knew you'd have the answer. But I did love it how he asked you that. But he also said a lovely thing, which is when you have, what do they call blended families? And so obviously we was talking about Meg and Adri and we was talking about grandchildren and stuff, which we're not going to talk about with them because there's one thing I absolutely bloody hate is now, and I think I'm almost going to get defensive on it, because 3 times yesterday, 3 different, grandchildren, lovely, 9 months, and it's like, no, give them a break. I want them to travel. I want them to go off. I'd be disappointed if they had grandchildren now anyway. In fact, I'm literally thinking whether I want them or not.
I'd be amazed if they had grandchildren now.
Why?
Because they haven't even had their kids yet, let alone their grandchildren.
Yeah, I was talking about me.
I know.
But they said
facetious.
a lovely, yeah, as always. But Jamie come out and said a lovely thing, didn't he? I can't remember what he said now. Something about having two grandparents.
He basically said because Adrian doesn't get on quite so well with his dad, he said if it doesn't work out there, it doesn't matter, does it? Because they've got two granddads on their mum's side.
Yeah, it's nice that. And I went, yeah, and one of them's a right miserable ass. Good luck with the other one. No, I didn't say you. I let them make their mind up on that.
Well, then Megan went, yeah, well, he's going to be called Grumpy, pointing at me.
You are going to be called Grumpy. You've been called Grumpy.
The other thing you asked me yesterday.
What?
Is what I was listening to on my headphones. Do you remember? And I told you all, and literally everyone went, oh.
Oh, yeah. Because, even you.
I was listening
you're
to
a special boy.
I was listening to a podcast on quantum string theory.
What even is a quantum string?
It's where the next line of computers are coming from. So if you think about...
Where did the last line come from?
Well,
they were built. They never came from
anywhere. No,
anywhere.
they're digital. So previously computers were built... So if you think about that, beforehand, yeah, you used to count...
Give me the short, please.
I'm going to give you the very short version.
My eyes are already bleeding.
Go back to being able to count on an abacus, right?
Yeah.
Moving beads around, yeah. Then along came the advent of mechanical computers, which is where you move dials and things like that to compute. Then along came the digital, which is noughts and ones. That's how computers work now, using transistors, right?
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to quantum computers, which work in atoms. They use atoms to work it. And it's like, when you went from having no computer to then suddenly having a computer like this, and the enormous leap in technology that gave us.
So it's about to do it again?
It's going to do it again.
And is this where this A1 robot thing...
No, AI is a different thing entirely.
Oh. So why is that already come... But is it because I'm talking about it, because I've not put it into Google, that it's everywhere, or is that I'm noticing it now?
AI is becoming around because now what they're doing is they're releasing things. But the thing with artificial intelligence at the moment is artificial intelligence is fundamentally flawed because it is built... It's
like fake intelligence.
No, it's built... What it does, artificial intelligence at the moment, basically, if you ask it a question, it will trawl...
Like Alexa?
Yes, it will trawl the internet and come back and give you an answer, right? But artificial intelligence at the moment, anything that's artificial intelligence is still built by a human. So it has that inherent human opinion in it. So in other words, it's highly flawed because you can ask it something and it will come back with a opinion built on...
An opinionated answer.
Built on what someone's programmed into it. It's still
oh my
programmed.
God, it's literally unavoidable. Literally unavoidable, people's opinions.
Yes. So in other words, it's still open to bias. That's the word. It's
bias
still open
same
to
as
bias.
Opinion, would you say?
No.
No.
Bias is a particular leaning, isn't it? In any which way?
That's an opinion.
But anyway, that's
a bias. If you're a particular leaning, that's your opinion. You're leaning towards your.
Yeah, so maybe it is
bias.
Similar.
Bias. That's a funny word, isn't it? As well. Bias.
But anyway, that's what we're talking about here is computers that are capable of doing calculations, factors of millions times greater than what computers can do now.
Do you think it needs to jump on as much as that?
I think it's just a technology, how it moves. This is just the next thing.
Beyond me now. Quite happy to have turned into my mother.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've got you. If I don't have you, if you carry on, I've got my kids. Just saying. Keep you on your toes.
I think that seems to be a...
You haven't got a title for this week.
Haven't we?
No.
I thought what was that?
What? Did I write anything down?
Oh, I thought you did. I thought you wrote something down earlier. I thought I didn't know.
I wrote down Sunita. The woman from the bank that's trying to push sales you, even though it's not sales. Yeah, right, whatever.
Just because I've been trained in sales don't mean I'm not...
Getting your life insured, aren't I? Watch out, bestie. You're doing it, not me. Just saying.
On
You
that
heard it
note-
first.
On the fact that Kirsty said, hang on a minute, in the last couple of minutes you've just said if you don't pull your finger out, I've got me kids.
Yeah.
And then you've gone and I'm getting your life insured.
You're getting your life insured.
Anyway,
I'm just going along with it.
You're using reverse psychology. Thanks very much for listening,
Is
everyone.
that what you just done on me?
I don't know.
You're going all AI on me.
Oh,
Right. Adios.
what a strange end to the podcast.
Just snide.
Thanks very much, I can't even speak now.
See? Rumbled you.
There you go.
Rumbled you.
It is really, I'm just an
Dirty,
AI.
dodgy git.
I'm not really real. I'm
Said
an
the
AI.
actress to the bishop.
Thanks very much for listening, everyone. We'll see you.
Adios. Have a great week.
See you next time.
You were listening to The Journey with Kirsty and Simon. Please rate, review and subscribe if you like what we do. And don't forget to check out our website, casakisi.com, for all our accommodation offers. We'll see you next time.